Hey y'all, this is Fire coming at you. Just explaining what I'm about to be doing. We got an experiment going on with some turkey legs. I saw a couple of different recipes. Shout out to AB because I was looking at some of his stuff, and I was like, that looks good. I didn't really want to do a whole turkey, even though I am going to end up doing a whole turkey. But I saw a couple of recipes and was like, I wonder which would come out better. It wasn't only ABs. I took from a couple of different things. Like many of you, I look at a whole lot of YouTube recipes and say, hey, how can I make that into my thing? How can I put my spin on it and put my thing on it? So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I got some thermometers going. It's just a big science experiment. So I got some turkey legs on the thing. I got the turkey legs on the rotisserie right now. And I got some turkey legs wrapped up in the foil down here. It's the drumsticks of the turkey legs, and I'm just testing them out and just seeing what was happening. I'm going to show you everything about them, how I prepared them, and how we got them, going and everything like that in a minute. So yeah, just sit back and watch. If you want to learn this recipe, I'm gonna put all the stuff that I use, because I switch up everything a little bit according to my taste. So and fire and fresh's taste. So that's what we're doing, and come check us out. So the first thing we're gonna do is make our brine. We're gonna combine all of these things together to make that. What you really want to do is to get some juicy turkey or turkey legs. You want to brine your stuff just to bring that juice out. All of these herbs right here are fresh from the garden. We have our fresh parsley, we have our fresh thyme, we have our fresh rosemary, and we have our fresh bay leaves. Some people use dry bay leaves, so you may choose to, but if you got them, use them. So the lemon is from the garden as well. We have black peppercorns, we have pink Himalayan salt, we have agave nectar, and we have garlic cloves. I use agave nectar. It's kind of up to your taste. I prefer agave nectar because it's lower on the sugar count. So you do what you want to do. All right, so we're going to chop these lemons up and get them prepared, and then we're going to smash these garlic cloves to bring out the flavors. When we put them all in our brine, we want all of those flavors to just mix and come up. So we're going to bring our brine to a boil right after we put our stuff in. Now, a lot of people have a debate between the brining method and the injector method. I'm kind of new to both of them, so I'm just kind of, going with any of them. I'm going to try both of them out. Shout out to AB, Smoking and Grilling with AB, for giving me the basis of this recipe. Now I'm going to add my 4 cartons of vegetable broth, and then we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. We're going to put our garlic cloves in there and put our lemon slices in there. Now I like to bind the herbs together, most of the herbs together, just so it's kind of easier to fish them out when you're trying to get stuff coming, get stuff to come out. And then last but not least, I add my peppercorns and my salt and pepper. I'm going to add my agave nectar and kind of stir it in there so everything just kind of marinates and gets in there, get all the flavors. And then we're going to add my bay leaves and just kind of let it sit for a while. Now I give it a little stir around, just keep it mixing while it's boiling so everything is mixing. And then I'm going to want to shock it with some ice. And that's just for the purpose of this video. You don't have to do this, but just to make things a little bit faster for me, I wanted to bring the temperature down. You don't want to put anything, any raw meat in hot water, because it'll cook it. And then I'm just going to add 4 liters of cold water to go with that, just to cool it down. So now after I've washed my turkey legs off from the package thoroughly, I'm going to add them to my brine, the brine that I just made. Remember to make sure that your brine is cool, because if you put your meat into a hot brine, it's going to cook, and you don't want that to happen, okay? You don't want that to happen before you get it to the fire. All right, now I'm going to put this probably downstairs. I'm probably going to put it in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight. Some people say about
16 hours or so. But I'm just gonna let it go overnight and see what happens. Now after you get them out of that brine, let them sit for a second, and then you want to pat them down to get all of that excess water off of your legs. Okay, you want to get all that little excess water off. You can use a paper towel, or you can use a towel, or anything that'll pretty much absorb the water. But just remember, these are raw turkey legs, so please be careful. Okay, and then after that, you're going to want to start seasoning your legs. Make sure you pat your stuff down before you season your legs. Now, I'm going to add some oil to it. I like to use avocado oil because it has a high heat point, and I like to use that, to coat it all over it so that it will be a binder when I'm putting my seasoning on. Okay, I try to get it underneath and everywhere that the seasoning is going to go, because that's going to make it very crispy. All right, now I'm going to use my rub, my dry rub. I'm just putting it on there very liberally, as you can see. I like to put a lot of seasoning on my legs because I tend to see that when I grill my stuff, especially my poultry, it gets that crispy outside. Okay, with that avocado oil and that seasoning going, you're gonna have some very crispy legs if you do it the right way. I like to use my fingers to get all up in the meat, get really deep up into the top of the meat, and make sure you're coating the whole thing because you're gonna want seasoning everywhere. Also, make sure that you have your your rub already pre-mixed and ready to go before you get to this point. Okay, you want to kind of mix it together so everything is together. You don't want to put things on one at a time. It's just taking too much time, and it's not going to give you the type of flavoring that you really want. Yeah, you can be as generous as with the seasoning as you want to be, but the more seasoning the better for me. So as you can see, we got all the things together. We have the turkey legs tied on here. We're trying the two methods. So we're going to do turkey legs over the skewer rotisserie, and we're going to do the turkey legs on the pan, right on the grill, and let them bake in their own juices, and then take them out and brown them off on the grill. All right, I have the Thermo Pro thermometer set, and this is the one that you plug in and goes directly into the meat. So I'm going to take this and put it directly into the meat. I'm going to go ahead and put it in this end piece right here so that it sticks out a little bit. I'm going to put the foil on, it won't be too bad. Okay, and that's going to show me the temperature. As you can see, this temperature is 62, and it transfers wirelessly to this thing. And you got to set it for poultry, and I have it set for poultry. If you can kind of see, turn that light on. It has different settings for meat. Okay, it has poultry, all of this, pork, lamb, grill, some type of machinery thing, I don't know. But we're going to set it for poultry. So poultry, okay? And it'll tell you what temperature you're trying to get to. This is going to be for my turkey later. So I'll save that slot for the turkey. I have another probe for that. Okay, so I'm going to put this going on. Put my fold right here. Fold it over here like that. And we all set.
up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
All right, this is the taste test. This one right here is the one that was roasted with the rotisserie method. Going over with the rotisserie method that I roasted on that. And this one right here is the one that we put in the pan and the foil and let it bake, and then took it off and put it on the grill for that smoky flavor. So here we go.
Eating, excited. So we're gonna sweep. I used to just grabbing on it and taking a whole bite.
Okay, sure. Bite-sized piece.
That's good. That piece coming right off. That's a nice seasoned piece. That's really good.
I can tell the difference with the brine. I can definitely tell the difference with the brine. Skin's good.
You like skin, I don't like skin.
How tender is it?
It's really tender.
This one's it's tender, but it's still a little.
I don't want to take it more than one bite. Am I supposed to take one bite and then we're supposed to switch from going in?
Let me get another bite myself. Well, here, I'll let you have this bite.
Oh, you trying to do the sweet thing?
I'll take a bite. You cut me a piece, I cut my own piece.
Thank you, baby.
Let's say that one was easier to cut. What you think?
That one has a smokier flavor, but this one's more tender.
Definitely more tender. Yeah, definitely more tender. But definitely more flavorful.
Yeah.
You know?
Both were good though.
Both are definitely good. So all in all, I would say that the rotisserie has a richer flavor, more of a smoky kind of flavor, but the pan roasted is a lot more tender, They're both super juicy, so
Yeah.
they both got that. But yeah. So there we go. We got the slow roasted rotisserie style, which was pretty good. I mean, it was juicy and everything, but a little bit tougher than the other one. Still tasty though, still crispy and tasty. Then we had the slow roasted in the pan, covered with the aluminum foil, which was a little bit more tender and was still juicy, but all in all, about the same. So, try it out and see what you think. This is Fresh and Fire.